The following broadcast is a copyrighted production of 412 Communications. Any non-personal retransmission of this broadcast without the express written consent of 412 Communications is hereby prohibited.
Hi, friends, and a most pleasant good afternoon to you wherever you may be. Welcome back inside Fred Rust Arena on the campus of the University of Delaware. Live on the 412 Delaware Hockey Network coverage of the University of Delaware Blue Hens Women's ACHA Division II squad as they bring a 2-0-0 record back to home ice for their first meeting this season against their arch rivals from Annapolis, the U.S. Navy Academy Midshipmen. James Witherite joining you from the 412 Communications press box atop the stands at Fred Rust Arena. And this Delaware Blue Hens team flying high to kick off their 2024-25 season. They reeled off 2 wins over the Golden Rams of Westchester, 15-0 here last Sunday, 7-0 at Iceline on Friday. And they'll look to keep it going this afternoon, but the competition is much stiffer as Ashley Harper's Navy midshipmen come to town for the first time in the 2024-25 season. Lena Murto had 4 goals on Friday night against Westchester. She'll work together with Liana Patrick and Hope Menachilo, freshman from Clinton, New Jersey, with 3 goals and 5 assists so far. We'll see the line of Jules Fuchs, CeCe Charles, and Riley Lemberg, who've combined for 7 goals in 2 games. To start things off, Evie Hill and Mia Bonfilio will back them up at the blue line. And between the pipes, it will be the wildlife ecology conservation major from Darien, Connecticut, junior Sydney Butler, getting her first start of the season after so far coming in relief behind Kaylee McFadden in both games against Westchester and stopping all, I think, 10 or 11 shots that she's seen to this point. We'll touch on the Navy lineup a little bit later on. But right now, we'll remind you that planning for retirement doesn't just happen overnight. For 35 years and counting, Limestone Pension Associates has helped small businesses across America craft and administer qualified pension plans for their workforces. Learn more at limestonepension.net. And the Delaware Hockey Network is brought to you all season long by our presenting partner, the Law Office of Heather A. Long. If you've been injured on the job or in a car accident, you know just how challenging and overwhelming the recovery process can be. That's why having a trusted and caring representative by your side is essential to help you navigate the complex world of workers' compensation and personal injury. The Law Office of Heather A. Long will guide you through every step of the process, from filing your claim to representing you in hearings and appeals. Call the Law Office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-LONG to schedule a free consultation or visit injuryde.com. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll be approaching go time for this first meeting this season between the Mids and the Blue Hens. If history is any indicator, a great game on tap awaits between Delaware and Navy, and it will be next on the Delaware Hockey Network, brought to you by the Law Office of Heather A. Long.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the Law Office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the Law Office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area, and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Warm-ups have reached their conclusion. And we're about set to go for some Sunday afternoon hockey at Fred Rust Arena. The Delaware Blue Hens and the U.S. Navy Midshipmen coming up in a Sunday afternoon tilt. From the first state. We're going to head inside the glass for the Limestone Pension Associates starting lineups. Hockey fans, good afternoon, and welcome to Fred Rust Arena on the campus of the University of Delaware. Today, the American Collegiate Hockey Association and the Delaware Valley College Hockey Conference present a women's Division II matchup between the visiting United States Naval Academy Midshipmen and your University of Delaware Blue Hens. Let's meet today's starting lineups. For the visiting U.S. Naval Academy Midshipmen, coached by Ashley Harper. Starting in goal, number 1, Diana Pivorato. On defense, number 18, Savannah Holt. And number 8, Lindsay Baisha. At left wing, number 15, Alexis Smith. At right wing, number 21, Chloe Haynes. And at center, number 16, Kayla Deletto. And now let's meet the starting 6 for your University of Delaware Blue Hens. Starting at left wing, a junior from Millersville, Pennsylvania, number 20, C.C. Charles. At center, a junior from Ithaca, New York, number 21, Riley Lemberg. At right wing, a freshman from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, number 3, Jules Fuchs. On defense, a senior from Reading, Massachusetts, number 14, Mia Bonfilio. At a junior from Wilmington, Delaware, number 7, Evie Hill. And starting in goal for your University of Delaware Blue Hens, a junior from Darien, Connecticut, number 1, Sydney Butler. Your Blue Hens are coached by Ken Deming and Kendall Smythe. The on-ice officials for today's game, as appointed by the American Collegiate Hockey Association, are Chris Castagliola and Gavin Doyle. Fans, at this time, we ask that you please direct your attention to the American flag located directly above center ice as we honor the United States of America and those who defend this nation with the Star-Spangled Banner. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. One of the time-honored traditions of the Delaware-Navy matchup, the unison stick slap on the ice at the conclusion of the Star-Spangled Banner. Still gets to me 9 years later. And we're just about ready to go. For Sunday hockey from Fred Rust Arena. Delaware traveling left to right in their home white sweaters. Backstopped by Sydney Butler, the junior from Darien, Connecticut, making her first start of the season. Navy moving right to left. In those navy blue kits, gold numbers and trim. And hey, with these new sweaters, we can read the numbers a little bit better. That's always a plus from the perspective of the broadcast box. There, a look at Alexis Smith lining up at left wing. It will be Kayla DeLetto to take the opening draw for the Mids. Across from Riley Lemberg, the high-flying junior from Ithaca, New York, for the Blue Hens. Gavin Doyle with the opening puck drop. And off we go with Sunday matinee action from Fred Rust Arena. Charles turns the puck over to Baisha after gaining the Navy blue line. This is studied by Smith. Forechecking pressure came from Jules Fuchs up the near side. This left back to Baisha. Pass up the middle was beyond the reach of Savannah Holt. No icing here. Evie Hill hustles back deep into her own zone to leave the puck to D partner Mia Bonfilio. And accelerating up the left wing boards to gain center is Carly Marzano. Quick change for the Blue Hens. Marzano hustles off just 40 seconds in. Izzy Camerata, the lone forechecker, now joined by Lemberg, working up the left side. She circles behind the cage, brings this to the near corner. This flip to Amelie Perez, working the right point. Lemberg, centering pass. Camerata with a shot. Covering for the pause and play was Diana Pivorato just 55 seconds into the contest. So already the Blue Hens establishing momentum, establishing territory. That was the big stumbling block they've had against Navy for the past few seasons, but we'll see if this first minute of action is a taste of things to come for the Blue Hens after especially beating Westchester by a combined 22-0 in their first 2 games of the season. Cross-ice pass from Downing intended for Fuchs was intercepted by B. Garvey. Thrown behind the net, recovered by Downing. Piper Adams keeps the heat on in the far corner of the Delaware zone. This shot from Elle Perry was blocked at the top of the blue paint. Here's Cece Charles, unable to control the puck on its way up the far boards. Sears took it away. Charles unable to clear the zone. This is poked up the near side by Perez. It skitters to a halt at center red, where Adams leaves it to Garvey. This thrown up ice to Melody Zhu. She's angled wide by Herzog. Zhu on the wraparound. Centering pass high in the zone intended for Chung, didn't connect. This rolls back inside the Navy blue line, where Savannah Holt's got to turn on the Jets. Hope Menachilo putting the pressure on her to force what was a clean breakout pass ultimately to Maura Hewitt, but trying for the turnover possibility, Menachilo kept the pressure on in the Navy zone. Here a stick lift from Cartwright, slowed up Zhu. Centering feed did not make it to Chung. This will come back an icing against the Blue Hens with 2 minutes and 24 seconds elapsed in period number 1. Face-off will come to the left of Sydney Butler with 2:34 in the books. And Lena Murto in for the draw after her 4-goal night at Westchester. Long shot from Baisha, saved by Butler. Quick restart to Butler's left. Baisha again with a long shot. Butler drops to the butterfly for the save. Rolling puck corralled by Liana Patrick. She gained center before throwing the puck in toward the Navy cage. It was steadied by Pivorato. Fresh set of Blue Hens on the ice. And Sophia Rosenthal keeping play driven deep in Navy territory. Baisha gained control. Haynes' stick was lifted. Sweeping in to gather it in for the Mids was Tess Clark, and here's a 2-on-2 for the Mids. Clark's shot was wide. She was pushed to the near corner by Evie Hill. Solid defensive play from the junior sports health major, hailing from Wilmington, Delaware, but spending a good chunk of her time growing up in the great mitten of the Midwest. This cleared by Sears. Hill recovers near corner. She's stripped of the puck by the forechecking Tess Clark. She walked in up the line but couldn't set up Piper Adams on the doorstep. Loose puck controlled now by Olivia Huddy, shoveled back into neutral ice as she's pinched to the boards by Perry. That forces the turnover. Recovering for Delaware, Luzon throws it as far as the Navy blue line, where Garvey recovers. Advancing pass to Clark, saw her shot from the blue line, stick checked offline by Hill, doing well to stay on her. Fresh legs on for the Blue Hens. Centering pass from the far corner, and Chung did not connect with Melody Zhu. She was surrounded by a trio of Blue Hens, and the Mids are forced back into their end to recover. Only 3 shots on goal so far, 2 from Navy, 1 from Delaware. Just beyond the 4-minute mark of the first period, there's a third Navy shot that came from Rachel Chung at the top of the left circle, but it was steered to the far side by Butler. Lobbed in by Baisha from the point. Chung double-teamed near corner. The 17s converge. Marzano with the stick lift and the takeaway. Downing advances this to Janowski. Dump and change for the Hens. Janowski had the better side of the red line, so she lets the puck go deep into Navy territory. It is controlled yet by Camerata. Drop pass from Charles to Perez at the point. Blocked in net front traffic. Charles tries to dig the puck out of Baisha's skates but can't generate the close-up shot attempt. Here's Lemberg taking a shoulder in the near corner. Joining the puck battle is CC Charles, trying to dig this free as the battle migrates up to the near half boards. We're just beyond the 5-minute mark of the opening period of a scoreless hockey game from Fred Rust Arena. Emerging from the pack was Alexis Smith, advancing together with Haynes, the right winger, dumps the puck in behind the Delaware goal. Downing got there a half step quicker and caroms it out the near side. Fuchs, breakout pass, does connect with Charles. Charles, after gaining the zone, drops it back to Fuchs walking the line. She's pushed to the near boards and into the glass by the shoulder of El Perry. Shot came in from distance. This covered by Pivorato for a pause. Murto right off the draw. Saved by Pivorato. Murto with another face-off win from the near circle. But she's got to go all the way back to her own blue line to recover the puck. This thrown up the middle by Cartwright, recovered at the Navy line by Sears. Herzog pushed back into her own end by El Perry, driving up the left wing wall. Mids persevere, but the Piper Adams shot from mid-zone near side was off its target altogether. Perry gives way to Menachilo. Entry is onside, but Menachilo's into a 1-on-4, trying to stay with the puck. She couldn't stick handle through traffic in the slot, and B. Garvey drives it back to center. Volleyed back by Herzog, who scampers off for a change along with Cartwright. The forechecking presence of Paige Luzon could not get past B. Garvey. Up the left wing boards came Melody Zhu. She was trapped in neutral territory. Huddy blew a tire, so Zhu came barreling in. Shot attempt from the left dot, never made it anywhere close to the cage. Mia Bonfilio clears this out of harm's way, and now it's pushed by Olivia Huddy up the right wing boards. Recovered by Baisha for Navy, just inside the mid-stripe as we hit the 7-minute mark of the opening period. Zhu with another zone entry for the Mids, but she's stripped of the puck by Bonfilio. Long shot was wide, but paddled wider yet by Pivorato to the near corner. Time and space galore. Awaiting Maura Hewitt, at least at the beginning of that play, before Julia Janowski swarmed in. The Evie Hill shot, a one-timer from the top of the right circle, was wide of the far post. Janowski off the centering feed from Camerata, through one on net. Pivorato up with the pad save. Hill dipsy doodles through traffic. Drop pass to Janowski. One-timer right into the breadbasket. Puck is loose. Marzano couldn't crash the net. Rebound chance came from Camerata, but to no avail. That shot was blocked from 15 feet out. Hens holding the zone. This is at the left point. Bonfilio keeping play deep. Working the near corner is Marzano. Marzano just beat 2 defenders but couldn't stick handle past the third. Lindsay Baisha stripped the puck in the far corner. She lets this go from long range. That on target. Butler with the save on that 170-foot shot. Shot sitting 6-4 right now from our tally in favor of the Blue Hens, and we've got a stoppage with 11:47 to go in the first period. Looks like a puck out of play, sending us back just above the blue line of the Delaware Blue Hens for the ensuing draw. Hens will try to slow this down. It was a bit of a chaotic last couple minutes. There were shots, but no quality chances to speak of. Lemberg from the right wing boards was wide. Here's Lemberg again. Double team coming out the corner. Fuchs tries to pitchfork the puck free. It's pinned in by Haynes. Also in that battle, Abigail Sears. Lemberg emerged, but her desperation opportunity to throw the puck in toward the cage was taken away by Garvey. Centering pass from Smith. Off the breakout feed, intercepted by Fuchs. 1-on-3. She throws the puck in from the dot. To no avail. It's covered by Pivorato. And we've got a pause with 11:02 to go in the first period. If you've been injured on the job or in a car accident, you know just how challenging and overwhelming the recovery process can be. That's why having a trusted and caring representative by your side is essential to help you navigate the complex world of workers' compensation and personal injury. The Law Office of Heather A. Long will guide you through every step of the process, from filing your claim to representing you in hearings and appeals. Call the Law Office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 to schedule a free consultation. That's 302-466-LONG, or visit injuryde.com. Patrick centers the loose puck. Murto not in position for the net front shot. This comes back into neutral ice, and it's pushed over the Delaware line by Adams, a 2-on-2. Adams' stick lifted by Murto, staying with the play. Clark was out of position. Liana Patrick barely gains red. She lets the puck go. It was tipped by Holt back behind the Navy goal. Savannah Holt back to recover as the Hens change up. Stretch pass finds Tess Clark. Her shot from 35 feet under pressure from Izzy Camerata missed the mark entirely. Janowski lost her footing in the puck battle at the far half wall. Looked like she was knocked down from astern by Zhu, but Gavin Doyle says play on, ladies. This is Rachel Chung, slowed up by Hill, trying to cut up the near side from behind the net. Camerata's backhand sends the puck up ice. 20 feet inside the navy blue line. Garvey turns it back into neutral territory. This is offside. Planning for retirement doesn't just happen overnight. For 35 years, Limestone Pension Associates has helped small businesses craft and administer pension plans for their workforces. Learn more at limestonepension.net. Hens now 8 for 9 on faceoffs after winning that neutral zone draw and driving play back into the Navy zone. Still scoreless at the 11-minute juncture of the first period. Odd woman rush for the Mids. It was a 3-on-2 through neutral ice, as gaining the zone was Smith. Her shot saved, and so too the Chloe Haynes shot, stopped by Butler. So a couple rapid-fire stops from the Nutmegger. And the face-off coming to her left to resume play with inside 9 to go in the first period. While the Hens' breakout has improved from seasons past, that first pass is still holding them back. Shots even 6 aside. The goaltending has been good both ways. The back check has been good both ways. Navy still has the edge in terms of the breakout. Their chances have been a little bit stronger, too, on the whole than Delaware's. Still 0-0 in terms of A-grade chances, but Navy's generating better quality opportunities at this point in the game. Solid shot there from Piper Adams. Saved by Butler. Scrum for the rebound, cleared out by Lemberg. Secondary chance from Baisha, didn't make it on net. Hens take some heat out of a hot kitchen, and they change with just over 12 minutes elapsed in the first period. Herzog races the puck down to the near corner of her own zone. Luzon could not clear. Breakout pass intercepted by L. Perry, and a glove save from Sydney Butler. Gives us another break in the action, now with 7:36 to go in the second period. In the first period, rather. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Face off to Butler's right. Goes Delaware's way. They've been solid in the circle so far. 10 for 11 in face-offs won. But it's what they do from that point that's still getting in the way. Crisp tape-to-tape passes, finding those lanes. Here Marzano tries to carry the puck up ice. She chips it past Hewitt, who confronted her in neutral territory before dumping it into the Navy zone. It is recovered by Sears. Garvey up the right wall. The backhand from Zhu. Found Perry over the center logo, but that pass was broken up. Janowski failed to connect with Camerata on the advancing pass up the left wing boards. This fired in by Bonfilio, delayed offside. Camerata, the last blue hen to tag up. She heads off to the bench. And the Lemberg line is back on for the Hens. Here's Charles. Charles surrounded. Stripped of the puck by Baisha. Baisha's got a one-on-one, make it a one-on-two. Lemberg back to turn up the pressure, and Butler with another save. Follow-up chance came from Haynes, denied as well, as Butler records saves 9 and 10 of the afternoon. Evie Hill could not leave the zone. Charles gains the red line before launching the puck the rest of the way up ice. Fresh forwards on for the Hens. And a breakout gone awry, foiled by Hope Menachilo, one of the many newcomers on this team who's made a big impact so far. Menachilo's shot from the high slot marked by Baisha was sticked away by Pivorato. Patrick working below the goal, steered up the near corner. She leaves this to Perez. Perez's shot from distance, stick checked offline by Clark. Navy's got an odd woman rush. 2-on-1, now 2-on-2, but the centering pass bounced over the stick of Chloe Haynes and was recovered by Downing for the Hens in the far corner. Now Murto pulls back behind her own goal. She plays the Karam shot from behind the cage around the near corner, but she couldn't connect with Patrick. Forechecking heat offered by Sears, breaking up that potential Delaware breakout as we work to the 15-minute mark of a scoreless first period from Fred Rust Arena. Clark up the middle. Dishes this to her right winger. The shot from Perry, turned aside by Butler. Follow-up chance came from Adams, another Butler save. Here's Garvey, steered wide by Luzon from the dot. The shot was errant as a result of the pressure. Sears again throws this behind the net. It ricochets off the back corner boards, comes out near his side where Garvey is trapped now by Perez. They battle for the puck below the goal line. Luzon reaches in, shovels the puck out of harm's way. It's recovered by Adams for Navy, given away to Perez from behind the net. Amelie Perez chips this off the boards but not out. Holding the point for Navy was Sears. Perez again. Could not find Luzon on the cross-ice pass inside the line. It was nearly broken up by Perry, but she couldn't generate a chance from there. Here comes Huddy back the other way. She tried to center it to Rosenthal high in the zone, but caught her line mate unawares. This comes back in icing. With 3:51 to go in the first period and no score to be had. Make a truly all-American meal the centerpiece of your next team event or special occasion. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in nearby Claymont, Delaware can cater your next group event, offering pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken on a daily basis, along with a variety of sauces and sides sure to please any appetite. Visit Sid's at Suite C26 in the Tri-State Industrial Center on Ridge Road in Claymont, open Monday through Saturday for takeaway lunch, or to place a catering order, call 302-439-4937 or visit sidsbbqandjerky.com. 3.5 to go in opening period play. Navy and Delaware scoreless in their first meeting of the season. Always a hotly anticipated matchup, and today no different, as these teams, historically speaking, have been pretty even. The days of the net-minding duels between Julia Chenoweth and Maddie Boyle and Emily Becker before that are in our rearview mirror, but so far, it's been a clean, fast, physical, entertaining hockey game. Solid back checking on display. The Hens breakout, though, continuing to give them woes against the mids. Lemberg carries. Here's Fuchs. Back to Lemberg, 3-on-3. Lemberg sticked at, trying to run the gauntlet between the dots. Garvey steered her wide. Lemberg barely holds the point as Bonfilio and a Hill give the Hens a pair of fresh defenders. 2:22 to go in the first period. Hill shot from distance, stick checked by Smith. This is Haynes, pinched to the corner boards by Bonfilio on her way into the Delaware zone. Haynes, trapped by Bonfilio, coming in to offer support and work the puck back high. That was Kayla DeLetto. Long shot from Sears. Blocked off a Delaware stick in net front traffic. Steered behind the cage by Hill. And Lemberg caroms this up the left side to CC Charles. It's a 2-on-2 for Delaware. Charles lets it go from center before hustling off. Fuchs, the forechecker, tied up in the near corner of the Navy end with Tess Clark, who got to the puck a half step quicker. Fresh set of Blue Hen attackers on now as we enter the final minute and a half of the first period. Nothing to show for it from either side. Clark's shot off its target. Hill stepped up to apply heavy pressure on her. Final 72. Murto off her 4-goal Friday. Couldn't center this to Patrick. Near side, Clark back the other way. Perez plays the body on her, but Tess Clark comes barreling back into the Delaware zone. We've reached the final minute of the first period. Save from Butler. Puck is loose in front. She scrambles to stop it, and we've got a break in the action. We'll give her one save there on one shot. Puck was loose in front, and before any rebound opportunities came Navy's way, Sydney Butler reaches for the freeze. The fans want a hook on Downing. They're not going to get it. Baisha, diagonal breakout pass. Nobody home. Amelie Perez throws the puck off the backboards. Downing turns it over to Smith. This is held at the left point by Holt. Wobbling puck thrown in. Frozen by Butler with 20 seconds to go in the first. And the face-off to Sydney Butler's left goes Marzano's way. The face-off circle has been certainly the brightest for the Blue Hens here in the opening period. And we regret to inform you that we lost our scoreboard at the end of the first period. At the end of one period, the score, Navy Midshipmen 0, Delaware Blue Hens 0. We'll be back on the Delaware Hockey Network, and it's all brought to you by the law office of Heather A. Long.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
It's time for the second period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Thank you, Norm. Welcome back inside Fred Rust Arena. Welcome back to the Delaware Hockey Network. No score in that first period. A goalie battle in the works between Diana Pivorato and Sydney Butler. They combined for 20 saves in the first period. A couple key stops from Butler to keep Navy's 13 shots on goal in the first period all for naught. And we're underway in the second. We'll bail out of that second first period highlight to bring you back to the live action. Second period, seeing Navy traveling left to right in their away navy blue kits, gold numbers, gold trim. Delaware moving right to left in their home whites for those of you just joining us here on the Delaware Hockey Network. This will come back an icing. Against the midshipmen. Just 31 seconds into the second period. Delaware center Riley Lemberg electing to take the draw from the far circle. Delaware domination in the face-off department in the first 20 minutes. They won 13 of 14. Lemberg holding the zone. Trying to feed to Fuchs working the near corner, but Baisha pushes it clear. Downing shovels the puck back in. Fuchs tags up. Delayed offside gives Lindsay Baisha time to clear the puck back to center. Re-entering is Jules Fuchs, but she's outnumbered by mids. Working below the goal was Savannah Holt racing down the puck in the near corner. Adams cannot work it free. Lemberg keeps it deep in Navy territory, but El Perry takes it away. Adams clears. Herzog recovers mid-zone in the Delaware end. Here's Herzog up the middle. Odd woman rush for the Hens. She tried to split defenders, but breaking up her advance in the mid-slot was Baisha. Follow-up shot came from Lemberg high in the zone, but it was off its mark altogether. 100 seconds into the second period. Izzy Camerata centering pass on a one-timer from Marzano was blocked. Marzano's got her own rebound to the far corner, but she's pinned to the Dashers by Sears. Camerata tried to walk the line and jam one in, but she was denied on the welcome mat by Diana Pivorato, recording save number 8. Marzano plays this off the sideboards. Ahead to Julia Janowski, who under two-ply pressure advances the puck through traffic to Izzy Camerata, but it's taken away at the Navy blue line, turned the other direction by Garvey. Advancing pass finds Smith gaining the zone. Her stick lifted, holding the point. Garvey got a shot away into Butler's leg pads. Marzano bats the rebound out of harm's way. This is finally cleared by Herzog. Shoveled by Marzano up the right wing boards off the neutral zone feed in behind the Navy goal. Hens will change, so will the mids as we work our way to 3 minutes elapsed in the second period of a 0-0 hockey game. Menachilo could not set up Patrick. Puck is stripped by Clark in the far corner. Tess Clark up the left dots, racing into a pair of Delaware defenders. Evie Hill with good gap control. Bonfilio near side keeping the pressure on. She forces the turnover. Lena Murto read the play beautifully to offer solid puck support and drive it back into the Navy zone. Murto blew a tire after gaining the line. Protecting the point is Bonfilio. Puck ends up now in the control of Lena Murto again. Back to Bonfilio. Her shot from the left point, stick checked offline by Perry. Here's Hill winding up from 30. That shot right into the pads of Pivorato. Scrum for the rebound goes the way of Patrick. Kick back to Hill, working the right point now. She flips the puck toward Liana Patrick, who is heading off for a change. This a turnover in the offensive zone. And Savannah Holt caroms the puck up the near wall. El Perry clears it back to center. Lemberg to Hill. Hill up the middle. Shovels the puck beyond the reach of Perry, but gives it away to Baisha. She rifles it back the other direction. This sails beyond the goal line. Bonfilio in pursuit, but this comes back an icing with 15:51 to go in the second period of a 0-0 game. Face-off was to the left of Pivorato. The Fuchs shot denied by Pivorato and was off target. First penalty of the game coming, and it's against C.C. Charles. Charles rung up for a body check. 4 minutes, 21 seconds into the second period. And this will send the Blue Hens to their first Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill of the afternoon. Schedule your first cleaning at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 20, C.C. Charles. 2 minutes for body checking. Time of the penalty, 4 minutes, 21 seconds in the second period. Charles, 2 for body checking at 4:21. Mids on the one-woman advantage for the next minute 45 seconds. Liana Patrick with the neutral zone steal, and she drives the puck back into the Navy end. This is an icing. Not by much, but the Hens won the race to the goal line. It was close. But this comes back in midshipman territory with a minute 25 left on the Charles body checking minor. Face-off won by Lemberg. Bonfilio back to Lemberg. That puck ricocheted off the far half wall. Evie Hill trying to drive through traffic. Pickpocketed by Garvey at the far dot. Cross ice pass to Smith leads to Navy gaining the zone. Drop pass, Haynes' shot tipped wide by Butler. Hill controls in the corner. She cannot clear the zone. Garvey protects. The shot from Sears inside the line. Right on target. Saved by Butler, her first save of the period. First shot on goal of the period for the Mids came 5.5 in. Puck skitters loose. It was tied up. Gavin Doyle signaling a hand pass. With 14:17 to go in the second period. 38 seconds left on the Charles body check. And a scoreless hockey game yet from Fred Rust Arena. Friends, if you're like me, healthy living is important, and Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help you and your family stay healthy at home with periodic sanitization and disinfecting of your trash and recycling bins. Schedule your first cleaning at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. Lemberg is still on. Herzog, Downing, and Murto, the other 3 Delaware penalty killers at this point. Sears shoots, scores. Top of the zone, Abigail Sears lets one rip from distance. And the Navy midshipmen connect on the power play to take a 1-0 lead. We'll get particulars from downstairs momentarily. From what we saw, it was Abigail Sears from the point. But was it tipped in? That's the question that we're waiting for the answer for from downstairs. We think it might have been up here. Still waiting on that official word, and once we get it, we'll pass along the particulars to you. Lemberg triple teamed in the near corner. Perry tries to muscle the puck away. And now we've got the rest of the story for you on that Navy goal. It indeed was tipped net front. Chloe Haynes getting her first of the season. Navy goal, first of the season, scored by number 21, Chloe Haynes. Assisted by number 6, Abigail Sears, and number 11, Tess Clark. Time of the power play goal, 6 minutes, 4 seconds in the second period. Haynes is first from Sears and Clark at 6:04, a power play goal. And another one goes for Delaware. So 7:12 into the second period. Another Delaware Trash Can Cleaning penalty kill awaits. Zevi Hill heads off. Shot from Smith into Butler's pads for save number 16. Charles was driven down. She's slow back to her feet. And we're going to go 4-on-4. Four-on-4 for the next 85 seconds. As Smith gets rung up. Gavin Doyle awaits the face-off combatants. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 7, Evie Hill, 2 minutes for tripping, Time of the penalty, 7 minutes, 12 seconds in the second period. Hill 2 for tripping at 7:12. Navy penalty, assessed to number 15, Alexis Smith, 2 minutes for interference. Time of the penalty, 7 minutes, 47 seconds in the second period. Smith 2 for interference at 7:47. So we're 4-on-4 for the next 52. Bonfilio, Perez, Marzano, and Lemberg, the quartet on for Delaware. Haynes, the goal scorer, with Deletto. Sears and Garvey for the mids. Bonfilio found Lemberg. This is onside. Charles. Now back on the ice. Turning up the forechecking heat. But here comes Perry the other way. Breakaway too high. She got around Perez, but the shot was over the crossbar and into the back glass. Final 10 seconds of the 4-on-4. Then a brief Delaware Sports Medicine power play coming up for the Delaware side. Lena Murto tried to put one on a tee for Charles, but couldn't find her line mate on the doorstep. Delaware Sports Medicine power play, an abbreviated version, will last all of 25 seconds from here on in as Butler records save number 17 of the afternoon. Lena Murto tried to stretch this ahead to Liana Patrick, but the pass up the middle through traffic didn't connect. Patrick chases the puck down on the far corner. Cycled to Murto, taken away and swatted clear by Navy's Savannah Holt. Herzog deep to recover behind her own goal as we near halfway. In the second period of this 1-0 hockey game, the United States Naval Academy, thanks to a power play goal, a net front tip in from Chloe Haynes, has a 1-0 lead. Janowski surrounded by midshipmen, couldn't drive home the equalizer. Baisha finds Zhu. The centering pass to Rachel Chung, broken up by Herzog. Now Murto recovers. To Patrick. She chips it off the far wall right in front of the scorer's table, but it's volleyed back the other direction by Holt. Holt in front of the Delaware bench with 10.5 gone in the second period. Stymied by Fuchs, but this is going to be called back. Too many players on the ice. Fuchs made the mistake of playing the puck while a change was in progress. And we're back to the Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill. With 9:22 to go in the second period. Schedule your first cleaning today at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. Delaware penalty, bench minor, too many players on the ice. Time of the penalty, 10 minutes 38 seconds in the second period. Delaware bench, too many players on the ice at 10:38. If Fuchs doesn't play the puck in that moment, we're likely okay. But as that change was still in progress and there were more players on than off among those changing, they're going to get you every time. Friends, if you're like me, healthy living is important. And Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help you and your family stay healthy at home with periodic sanitization of your trash and recycling bins. Schedule your first cleaning today at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. 8.5 minutes to go in the second period. of a 1-0 hockey game. Navy's lone goal coming on the power play, 6:04 in the second period, and it was Chloe Haynes with the net front tip. Second period faceoffs have been dead even, 6-6. 40 to go on the too many players on the ice infraction against Delaware. Liana Patrick steals the puck just inside her line from DeLetto and fires it clear before hustling off for a change. Marzano slowed up Haynes momentarily, but she had good support in the form of Alexis Smith, who bulldozes up the right wing boards back into Delaware territory. Baisha holds the point off the Karam shot. She rings this puck behind the net again. Ella Herzog with time and space. Now a pair of forecheckers encroach on her and force her to make a decision. Marzano's bodied off the puck. It is tied up at the far wall. Held in by Holt. Thrown in off the pads of Butler from long distance. Kick to the near side. Baisha steps up, centering pass. Butler stands her ground on Tess Clark to keep this a 1-0 hockey game. We'll look at this again on the replay. First shot turned aside. Second shot. Centering pass from Baisha to Clark. An A-grade scoring chance for the Mids. Kept quiet by Sydney Butler, who has now saved 20 of 21 total shots faced. The loss of Maddie Boyle on this team was certainly a puzzle that Ken Deming has had to figure out, but Sydney Butler, the junior from Darien, Connecticut, standing tall so far today with a save rate of just over 95%. Camerata won the race to the puck. Doyle says no icing here, but the Hens can't set up shop in the attacking zone. Clark angles her way to the puck over Camerata. They're tied up now in the near corner of the Navy zone. Janowski can't pitch it free. Lindsay Baisha throws this back beyond center. Breakout pass was intended for Perry, but it didn't connect. Hill volleys it back the other way after being sure to gain that center line. This is steadied by Jillian Onke, who's in goal now for the Navy Mids. Pivorato with a dozen saves on a dozen shots. And now Jillian Onke handling the second half of the net-minding duties for Navy's opening game this season. Here's Evie Hill up the middle. A poke check from Sears separates her from the puck. They converge on the near corner. Hill got back to it in time. She tried to jam the puck in the near corner, but it was sealed off by Onke. She rang it off the post anyway. One-timer Charles paddled away by Onke to the far corner. Probably the best chance the Hens have had this period. 5.5 to go in the second. Flubbed breakout pass. Lemberg, though, is driven back into neutral ice by the pressure of Melody Jou to recover. That after Garvey's outlet pass up the near wall was too hard for Melody Jou to handle. Sears turns this beyond the reach of Lemberg. Rosenthal angles to the far corner for Delaware. She's surrounded by mids from all angles. Lemberg offering support through the puck toward the slot, but Fuchs was boxed out by Sears, who controlled the puck again for Navy. Here's Downing stepping up at the right point, holding the zone for the Blue Hens. Centering feed from Fuchs, bobbled past the reach of Rosenthal, and Sears clears. Huddy turns it back in. This goes into the Delaware bench and out of play with 4:46 to go in the second period. 1-0 this game, advantage the Navy midshipmen so far. But the Hens are trying to generate some momentum. Whether you're a competitive athlete like these ladies or a weekend warrior like me, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. And with years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes alike, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more. Shot from Huddy, saved by Onke. Play resumes with another Delaware face-off win at the far dot, but an errant shot coming from it. Baisha and Patrick scrap for the puck in the near corner. Liana Patrick giving up, a little bit of a size disadvantage there. Standing at 4'10", but scrappy winger she is from Upton, Massachusetts. Sophomore marketing major with 2 assists so far this season. And a key contributor on the Murto line. Lena with 4 goals on Friday. Hope Menachilo stepping in to be a joint point leader so far this season with Delaware with 3 goals and 5 assists through 2 games played. Murto took aim but was wide. Final 3.5 of the second period. Josie Billett holding the right point, protecting the zone. Loose puck taken away by Clark. Up the middle, she comes into a 1-on-3. Clark got around all 3 defenders. Backhand, score. The Mids double up. Tess Clark goes coast to coast, and it's now 2-0. Navy extending their lead. Turnover at the Navy blue line. Clark all the way. Getting her first of the season and making this a 2-0 Mids advantage. Navy goal, her first of the season, scored by number 11, Tess Clark. Time of the unassisted goal, 16 minutes, 42 seconds in the second period. Clark, her first unassisted at 16:42. Play restarts with the 17s, Rachel Chung and Carly Marzano facing off just in front of the Navy bench. Butler out of the cage to steady the puck for Hill, who dodges a check from Zhu. Hill to Janowski on the breakout pass. 3-on-2, but Janowski, nearing the end of her shift, flips the puck into the far corner of the Navy zone and heads off for a change. Meanwhile, Camerata stick handles behind the net. She tried to center to Charles, who couldn't connect from the top of the blue paint. She was boxed out by Onke. 2:20 to go in the second period. Hill slows up Rachel Chung, trying to enter up the middle. And a turnover at the Delaware blue line sends play back into Navy territory. Sears to Zhu. This comes back via Charles to Sears. Across the line it goes to Garvey. Sears drives this back in to the Delaware end. It is taken away by Lemberg. Charles hustles, wins the race to the goal line again to negate the icing. Lemberg centering pass. Shot was blocked. Here's Hill protecting the zone. Lemberg fires one from above the corner. It skipped through the low slot to the near side. Final minute and 23 seconds of the second period of a 2-0 hockey game. Navy looking for a third. Butler steps out of the crease to swat the puck out of harm's way. It comes back toward her off an errant Chloe Haynes shot. That chance from Deletto wobbled offline. Final minute of play upon us in the second period. Baisha winds up in traffic. Bonfilio with the block and the clear. but this will come back an icing. 46 seconds to go in second period play. Our videographer this afternoon, Grace Matone, doing a fantastic job for us. Our production assistant, the stat man, Eli Swope. Molly Jo Rosen, Broadway Joe, and the rest of the crew behind the scenes. And CeCe Charles goes barreling into the cage. Looked like she got tripped, but Gavin Doyle thought otherwise. Adams shot the other direction into Butler's pads for save number 21. Jules Fuchs advanced this puck across neutral ice. Charles couldn't maintain Delaware's momentum. Perry the other way, throws this into the far corner of the Delaware zone. Swatted out of harm's way by Fuchs. Shoveled back toward the point by Lemberg. DeLetto holds it in, and that does it for the second period as the horn sounds. At the conclusion of 2 periods, the score, Navy Midshipmen 2, Delaware Blue Hens 0. We'll be back after the second intermission on the Delaware Hockey Network.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family.
It's time for the third period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Welcome back to the Delaware Hockey Network. 40 minutes in the books. Navy have bounced out to a 2-0 lead. And it was thanks to goals from Chloe Haynes off the net front tip. On the Abigail Sears shot on the power play, 6:04 into the second period. And then this unassisted coast-to-coast beauty from Tess Clark, which saw her beat 3 Delaware defenders before backhanding the puck past Sydney Butler at the 16:42 mark of the second period. So an uphill battle awaits the Blue Hens as the third period is set to begin. And we're grateful for all of you joining us on the Delaware Hockey Network here on this Sunday afternoon as the third period is now underway. Navy moving right to left in the third period in their away blue kits. Delaware in their home whites moving left to right. Patrick tried to fire one in from the mid slot. Baisha takes the puck away. This is advanced up the right wing boards by Deletto. Net front feed from the mid slot. The shot from Piper Adams was deflected wide. Menachilo traps the puck at the far boards. This rolls on its rib up over the blue line where Mia Bonfilio shovels it across neutral ice, and it's volleyed back the other way by Savannah Holt. Adams pinched to the wall by Murto. Caroms this behind the Delaware goal. Bonfilio and Hill on with the Murto line. She's flanked by Camerata and Janowski. So Murto in the place of Carly Marzano here to start the third period. As the Hens find themselves with their backs to a wall after giving up 2 to Navy in the second. Izzy Camerata gains the red line. She shovels the puck into the Navy zone, but the dump and chase backfires on the Hens. Driving up the left wing boards, Alexis Smith regains the Delaware line, but she gives the puck away to Amelie Perez. Perez, the freshman from Robbinsville, New Jersey, working together on D with Shaw Downing. Izzy Camerata off her backhand bats the puck beyond the reach of Garvey. Garvey forced into the back corner of her own zone. Now Camerata disrupting Haynes. Rosenthal double teamed near side, plays the puck behind the cage, nobody home. It is recovered by Haynes. Worked up the middle of the ice. Steadied by Butler. There's no icing here. Amelie Perez forced back to her own zone to recover. Rosenthal knocked off her feet, completed the cross-ice pass to Paige Luzon, but the drop pass to Huddy intended did not complete in the high slot. Zhu the other way into a 1-on-3. Pinched by Charles into the corner boards. Huddy reaches in for the puck as the battle migrates to the goal line. This is Baisha protecting for Navy at the half wall. A stick check from Luzon sends the puck skittering back into the neutral zone, and the Mids have to regroup as we near 3 minutes completion in the third period of a 2-0 hockey game. Delaware trying to claw back after giving up a pair to Navy in the middle frame. Charles wraparound on the doorstep. She's denied by Jillian Onke. Clark could not clear. Lemberg through the slot. Confronted by Holtner, shot skitters wide. Lemberg broke her stick, lost a mitten, somebody did. And the Mids are back on the offensive. They pull back into the neutral zone. Garvey leaves us across to Tess Clark, tied up by Murto right in front of us. Adams coming to the aid of Clark. Leaves this to Garvey. Puck taken away by Menachilo. 3 goals, 5 assists in the Hens' 2 first games of the season, but first 2 games of the season, I should say. Put the modifiers in the right places. But she's been held quiet so far tonight. Evie Hill's shot. Caught and held by Onke for a pause with 15:57 to go in what stands a 2-0 decision advantage Navy. Face-off coming to the left of Jillian Onke, who stopped all 4 shots that she's seen since taking over net-minding duties from Diana Pivorato, who was a perfect 12 for 12. Deletto. Confronted by Hill behind the net, trying to get the shot away. Scrambling for the freeze is Butler. Faceoff comes to Sydney Butler's right with 4.5 minutes elapsed in the third period. And we're going to have some bonus hockey here, it appears. Marzano back in action. Gets a shot away. That off the pads. Of Onke. Here's Janowski with another chance. Kicked aside by Onke. Hill couldn't chase down the puck that she drove in up the right wing boards. Haynes was in position to turn it back into neutral territory. Hill with a steal just above the line. Out-muscled for the puck by Baisha. She and Huddy converge at the near point. Huddy trapped at the boards. She gets an extra shove from Chung as this battle intensifies and migrates back into neutral ice. The puck stayed in the zone and it was thrown by Rosenthal off the back boards. This will come back an icing. 14:29 on the clock. We believe it should be 14:02. Play continues on with the Hens trying to capitalize on an attacking zone chance. CC Charles off the net front feed from Perez, unable to do so. Here's Perez taking aim through traffic. Puck was blocked down by Charles. Chased down to the corner. Opening fire from the top of the left circle was Downing. She gets it back. The shot wide, and it's touched by Clark for a pause. Power play time for the Hens. Baisha is off for interference. And the Hens go on a Delaware Sports Medicine power play. Learn more about Delaware Sports Medicine's commitment to health and wellness for athletes of all abilities and ages at desportsmed.com. The Navy penalty was assessed to number 8, Lindsay Baisha, 2 minutes for interference. Time of the penalty, 6 minutes, 4 seconds in the third period. Baisha 2 for interference at 6:04. Emerging with the puck was Adams. She and Charles get tangled up. And this is going to be called a trip against CC Charles. At the 6:42 mark. Of the third period, and I don't know. Them's what you get sometimes. I mean, to be fair, Charles did trip the Navy attacker, but was it direct or indirect? That's where the gray area is. So anyway, we're 4-on-4 for the next 70 seconds. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 20, CC Charles, 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 6 minutes, 42 seconds in the third period. Charles, 2 for tripping at 6:42. Delaware faithful absolutely want a call as Hill was bodied down up the near boards. Clark hassled by Murto on her way up ice. Murto trying to keep the contact stick on stick, but she got Clark up in the arm area. And this is going to send the Delaware Blue Hens back to the Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill with 12:15 to go. Murto off for a hook. At the 7:45 mark of the third. Schedule your first cleaning today at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 19, Lena Murto, 2 minutes for hooking. Time of the penalty, 7 minutes 45 seconds in the third period. Murto 2 for hooking at 7:45. And now a cross check the other way on Piper Adams. So things getting a good bit chippier than we would ordinarily expect to see. in ACHA women's hockey. There we go. Our penalty timers fully corrected. 4-on-3 for the next 7 seconds. And then we'll be back level for the better part of 1:10. Navy penalty was assessed to number 3, Piper Adams, 2 minutes for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 8 minutes, 12 seconds in the third period. Adams, 2 for cross-checking at 8:12. Nine minutes elapsed in the third period. We are 4-on-4 for the next 35. Hill recovers the puck off the botched Baisha breakout. How's that for alliteration, friends? Holt steers the puck off the near boards to L. Perry. Perry backs her way in, gets a shot away. Butler with the kick save. So Butler has saved 23 of 25 so far today. That's good for a 92% return on investment. But it is those 2 second period goals. One from Haynes, one from Clark that have made the difference so far. Lemberg tied up at the top of the left circle, pushed to the point, and separated from the puck by Clark. Herzog on her horse races this down, and that very brief Delaware Sports Medicine power play for the Hens was all for naught. We're in the second half of the third period. Navy 2, Delaware 0 from Fred Rust Arena in their first of many meetings this season. Fuchs in the far corner. Gives way to B. Garvey. Looking a little bit deeper on the calendar, the Delaware women travel to Liberty next weekend for a 2-game set Friday and Saturday. They return home on Saturday, October 12th, when they will host Northeastern University for the first half of a weekend set. We'll have both the games on Saturday, October 12th and Sunday, October 13th for you here on the Delaware Hockey Network, along with their Saturday mid-afternoon tilt against Penn on October 19th as part of a DHN tripleheader. Full schedule available at DelawareHockeyNetwork.com. 8.5 to go in the third period. Navy 2, Delaware 0. Patrick was bodied down on the near corner by Maura Hewitt. Garvey gains red, caroms the puck deep behind the Delaware goal, and she hustles off for a change. Meanwhile, the Hens try to break out of their own zone. That's been their Achilles heel against the midshipmen now for a good few years. Murto threw the puck at net, but it was wide and paddled to the corner by Onke. Jou's shot split Delaware defenders, but was right into Butler's pads. Here's Jou again, offside, says Staggs. .7:49 to go in the third period of this 2-0 hockey game. Time running out for the Delaware Blue Hens. With a listen-first approach that creates a unique solution for your circumstances, the expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long is committed to providing empathetic and compassionate legal representation for individuals who have suffered injuries. To schedule a free consultation, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com. Puck is tied up. 3 players aside, scrapping for it right in front of the Navy bench area. Janowski trying to pitch this free. Baisha at the other side. It is knocked back into the neutral zone. Marzano kicks this back to Hill. Hens reset. Advancing pass ricochets off the near boards to Izzy Camerata, but it's sticked away from her by Holt mid-zone. Hill lobs the puck toward the near dot. It bounces beyond the reach of Camerata and is controlled by Holt. Mid's clear, and this will come back an icing. 6:45 remaining. A few Navy spectators hoisting their signs in support of the Mids. Lining the railing right in front of the press box. And the Delaware faithful turning out in pretty good numbers today, too, for one of the more anticipated matchups of the season. Always a good game when Navy's in town, when Villanova's in town. And this puck goes out of play, giving us another pause. Murto beaten in the face-off circle by Adams. Baisha to Perry. Cross-ice feed finds Tess Clark, 1-on-2. Clark's shot was rushed by Herzog's pressure, but she got it on net. Butler with the stick save. Perry is down again. Herzog stick handles while surrounded in the near corner by a pair of midshipmen, and she turns it over. Protracted battle goes the way of the Mids. Adams throws the puck to Garvey, waiting at the left point. Launched in from distance, it was wide. Cartwright the other way. Launches this clear, and it will come back an icing with 5:38 to go. Only one game on the Delaware Hockey Network next weekend, and it will be the men's Division II Blue Hens side taking on Drexel. That will be Friday at 6:15 Eastern, 3:15 Pacific. Full schedule as always is available at DelawareHockeyNetwork.com. Be sure to follow the 412 on social media. Facebook, X, and Instagram, all at 412comms. Garvey shoveled the puck in close from the half wall, but it skipped wide of the far post. Rosenthal clears. Murto 1-on-4. Rapid shot was stick checked high and wide. This is Smith the other way, finding another gear through the neutral zone. The entry was just onside. Smith steered behind the cage by Perez. She blew a tire of her own volition. Amelie Perez tries to kick the puck out of harm's way. Now racing it down and pushing it forward is Shaw Downing. Downing up the right wing boards. Bothered badly by Smith. Threw the puck in, but to no avail. It is frozen and held by Onke for the pause with 4:37 remaining. Time running out for the Hens. While they've limited Navy to 4 third-period shots, the 5 they've generated for themselves have not yielded much of anything. Certainly not in terms of goals, but not in the way of momentum or second-chance opportunities either. Fuchs was slowed up by a Holt poke check upon gaining the zone. Charles centers. Fuchs couldn't get stick on puck in the low slot. It bounced back to Lemberg, working the right half wall. Up high, Charles' shot from 30 feet. Stick checked offline by Piper Adams. Puck wobbles to the far corner, where it's gathered in again by Riley Lemberg. Lemberg gets it back from Bonfilio. She tried to set up Hill on the high slot, but the puck sailed past her, and the race is on for it back deep into the Delaware end. Clark got there just in time. Hill lost her footing. Centering pass, a hard shot from Zhu, and Butler with a glove save. Just for the Butler glove save here, we'll see the replay again. She's now had the upper hand on 26 of 28. Suffice it to say, she has done her share of the lifting. It just hasn't been enough. Final 200 seconds of the contest. Herzog with a backhander in front of her own bench. Recovered by Melody Zhu for the mids. Camerata clears. She chases the puck down deep into the Navy end, but she was beaten to it by a good stride or so by Sears. Cartwright, Janowski. She wobbles the puck up the left wing boards and heads off for a change. Sears leaves this to Garvey behind the net. Breakout pass broken up by Menachilo. Garvey carries this up the left wing boards after recovering at her own line. She puts on the brakes 15 feet from the goal line, leaving it back to the point and Deletto. Now Deletto cuts toward the net, holding the puck near corner is Haynes. Centering pass bounces off the stick of Smith. She recovers below the cage, marked by both Cartwright and Marzano throwing a shoulder at her. The pack collapses behind the net. Haynes was stood up by Camerata trying to work into the low slot. We're down to the final 2:15 from Fred Rust Arena, with the Navy midshipmen trying to coast to the finish line here in a 2-0 lead over Delaware. Downing's shot from the left dot was stick checked offline. Doyle waves off the icing. Liana Patrick had to hustle to get to the puck under significant pressure from Adams. Shot from higher in the zone. Looked like it was off the stick of L. Perry. Turned aside by Butler for save number 27. Final 90. Butler holding her ground. Perez brought down by Tess Clark in a battle for the puck, and Clark emerges up the left wing boards to dump this back behind the Delaware cage. We've entered the final minute of this Sunday matchup between Navy and Delaware. Lemberg pickpocketed by Chung on her way up the left wing wall. Chung's centering pass intended for Hewitt was broken up by Riley Lemberg, but the mids recover at their own line. Lindsay Baisha turning play from right to left again. Lemberg circles behind her own net after an errant outlet pass. This is caromed up the left wing boards. Charles to Fuchs. Fuchs' stick lifted from astern by Melody Zhu. They collide at the Navy blue line, and play is whistled to a halt. 22:06 to go. Delaware called offside. And this faceoff is spotted just in front of the Navy bench. Lemberg in across from Chung. Rachel Chung tries to stick handle through neutral territory. Penalty signaled by Gavin Doyle, a body check here. With just 11 seconds to go. Game all but decided. but it will end on a Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill. The Delaware penalty assessed to number 21, Riley Lemberg, 2 minutes for body checking. Time of the penalty, 19 minutes, 49 seconds. Lemberg 2 for body checking at 19:49. This afternoon's final score. The United States Naval Academy Midshipmen 2, Navy 2, Delaware Blue Hens 0. Final shots on goal, Navy 29, Delaware 19. Fans, it's time for the Sid's Barbecue and Jerky 3 stars of the game. Today's third star, with an assist for Navy, number 6, Abigail Sears. The number 2 star of the game, with a power play goal for the Navy midshipman, number 21, Chloe Haynes. And the number 1 star of the game, with a goal and an assist for the United States Naval Academy, number 11, Tess Clark. So that will do it for us on this Sunday afternoon. Fred Rust Arena, try as they might. The Delaware Blue Hens could not recover. 2 goals put up by Navy's Chloe Haynes and Tess Clark. Navy off to a winning start. Delaware drops to 2-1. They hit the road to face Liberty next weekend. We'll be back with the Blue Hen ladies in 2 weeks when they host Northeastern here on the Delaware Hockey Network.